James McCann, first inning, right? Was it the first inning getting drilled there?
Yep.
And I don't know if we have the exact video, but if you were watching this Orioles game, it's all over X right now. We don't even have to play it. But McCann takes a 95-mile-an-hour heater right to the face, right to the nose. It's a double barrel, nosebleed, blood on the ground. And you're thinking, shirts and pants, Adley's going to have to catch two. The Orioles are going to have to go out and get another catcher. And then all of a sudden, James McCann goes, I'm good. I'm staying in here. And I'll tell you what, guys, talk about sending a message of toughness to the boys. Game one of a doubleheader when you guys have been scuffling, and that's their leader. That's their veteran leader in that clubhouse. And he steps up, stays in the game. And I feel, guys, that could be maybe a shift, but that sets the tone for you. And the players are talking about it on Twitter. Tyler Wells down there recovering had a great tweet. We can pull that up here in a second. Nick Vespi talking about it. It's things like that stand out. There's the tweet for those that are listening, because we put this out on Apple and Spotify. We'd love if you guys could rate and review that, by the way, so we can grow that on the audio platform. But Tyler Wells said, I would go to war every single day for James McCann. But after seeing that, I am convinced that I would absolutely be useless to him. That's the toughest SOB I've ever met, and he just proved it right there. So that's one of the tweets. But guys, honestly, I've been hit. I don't know if I've been drilled in the nose by 95, but to stay in the game is like just alone, and then staying and have to catch.
Yeah.
Woo.
Well, I mean, how fast was that ball coming in on the gonads?
That was, I believe, 95 miles an hour, 94.8, I believe was the official.
No, I was talking to Rip.
What?
You didn't get hit in the nose, but you got hit in the nuts.
Oh, that was taking an extra base at second base. And I'm going to take this off the screen here for a second. Yeah, I was taking second base. Was not 95, but I was not wearing a cup. That felt terrible. But I'm telling you what, the face, because the other part of it too is there's a good chance there could be a break. There could be something wrong. But James McCann just stays in there.
Well, so the follow-up tweet that Tyler Wells put out was that, in any other circumstance, I don't know if you want to pull that up too, Zach.
That's what I just had up.
So, I mean,
I'll add it back.
It's in any other circumstance, he probably would have been out of the game, but because today's a doubleheader, he didn't want to stick Adley with 17 innings of catching on the plate. So just kind of speaks to his leadership. And we've had James on the show before, absolute badass on the show. Would love to have him back on to talk about this.
Oh, no doubt. And again, these are little things, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at it and go, well, they need a second catcher that can hit. He's not doing his job. There are things out there for a team that matter more than just, are you able to physically go out there and perform at the X level? And I try to tell people, when you're not an everyday guy, the backup catcher not hitting 280 or 250 or whatever you want it to be is not the necessity here. You need a guy that pitchers trust. That's number one. And a guy, too, that can bring a stability to your team and to your clubhouse. James McCann does both. And I do think he's a very, very solid veteran here. And I don't know if, Kevin, you want to take a minute, Zach, maybe you can just talk on this for a second, because I know you got a point. But James McCann does a lot for this team that I don't think people are fully, or maybe they're starting to recognize it by this last play.
Yeah, and I do just want to point out real quick, because Josh Charles actually just tweeted this out, and I could not agree more. A James McCann broken nose bobblehead needs to happen.
Yes.
Needs to happen.
Get it.
But I love how you put that. Sometimes the stat sheet is not what always is important in some guys' roles on the team. You even talk about, let's go all the way back to the Brewers. We remember the scuffle with the Brewers. We actually, a friend of the program, Ryan Ripken, in the background, taking it all in front and center. Who was the guy that stood up for the Orioles? It was James McCann against the Yankees. Who was the guy front and center for the Orioles, ready to take it all on for the team, take on the entire Yankees team? He would have gone 1v26, James McCann. Some things are literally just bigger than the stat sheet. The toughness and just willingness to put the team in front of himself and say, Yeah, as the Orioles are just doing damage right now, baby. The ability to put the team in front of himself and say, hey, yeah, should I really return to this game? Probably not. Probably not. I should probably go get this checked out. I just got hit 95 to the nose. But like you said, Brad, what Tyler Wells tweeted out, he thought, I cannot let Adley Rutschman, who is struggling right now, needs a day off. It would hurt this team if I went out in the first inning and made Adley catch 17 innings. So what did he do? He says, no, I'm going back out there for this team.
I mean, and that's also the respect level when the clubhouse, when you're talking about earning a player's respect, earning the team's respect, it's stuff like this. It's saying, I don't care the circumstance. I'm not thinking of myself. I'm thinking about the guys here. What can I do? And in a team right now that needed a jolt, you thought maybe when Heston got hit in the head that was going to be the moment. I'm really curious right now if James McCann here wearing it and this team now being like, damn, if he can do this and battle through any injury, I can battle through whatever I'm dealing with. And they're putting it on the Blue Jays right now. And Kevin, would you take one for the Ryan Ripken Show?
I would. Maybe we can put me in a batting cage and I can take one to the chest. I could right there.
We're already going to take one from Nick.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that might be what I actually do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
real quick, I am on record, and this was when we were at like 1,000 subscribers. I said I would take 85 to the ribs at a batting cage.
Yeah.
That maybe 15K. I'll take 85 to the ribs for the Ryan Ripken Show.
Well, Kevin just said he would take it to the chest. So do you know what that would mean? Like 365 more days till hockey season, Kevin?
Oh, yeah. Kevin, no.
Is that Miracle on Ice?
No. Oh, my God.
That was a
Are you
decent guess.
fucking kidding me?
Said hockey.
Okay, wait, hold up. That's not a horrible guess, I guess. Like
it's a terrible guess.
You're on the right path, but if you watch any movie growing up, any comedy movie, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Was that golf?
Yep.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
there we go.
Actually, first try.
Did you see James McCann get drilled in the face?
I did not. When was this?
The first game, first inning of the doubleheader. Jake.
I couldn't even tell who it was.
Yeah, it was.
He returned with tampons in his nose.
Yes.
That's a catcher, man. That's a catcher.
It's a catcher.
You know?
It's a leader. That's what you need. The Orioles to get back into it. They needed their catcher to get drilled in the nose. Take it like a champ, and now they're putting up 10 or 11 or whatever it is against the Toronto Blue Jays. Needed.